History Channel was thinking about cutting me because I.
What's one thing all the Pawn Stars fans, viewers don't know? What kind of dough are they paying? You guys ain't allowed to say?
Probably could say. I mean,
when someone would bring in something that you knew was worth way more than they knew, how come you guys don't buy it for the stupid amount they want instead of like telling them what it's worth?
Should I give you the real answer?
Yes. What it is, Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs today in the studio. Folks, I got a real treat for you, especially if you like frickin' Pawn Stars. I got the famous Chumlee with me today. What's up?
I'm pretty good. Maybe drop the famous, though.
Oh, no, dude, you're famous. One time I was in this restaurant, and I'm trying to get upstairs. I forget where it was. And, dude, they acted like the frickin' president was up there. There was people blocking you and stopping you. And what's funny is I had that room, and they kicked me.
For me?
They kicked me in my group, and I'm like, who the fuck is up there? Who the fuck is up there? And I'm sitting there all dinner long waiting to see who's up there, and your ass comes walking down.
What year was this?
It was about, I don't know. It was a minute ago.
Maybe like pre-2018?
I don't remember. I think everything was yesterday.
Yeah.
But it was a while back. But
yeah. Was I walking out with the goon squad?
Yeah, you had a whole entourage. Yeah. Everybody was up there.
Yeah, my entourage days are over, but yeah, we used to definitely go out and eat in big groups.
So what are you up to now?
Just everything, despite what everyone thinks about me, being lazy, I'm actually a workaholic. All I do is work. So literally for myself most of the time, for Rick part of the time, but I pretty much work 7 days a week, 10 hours, 12 hours, 13 hours a day.
But to you, it's not really work, is it?
You're doing what you like. It's not really work. But, I'm playing with Pokemon cards most of the time. So,
why Pokemon?
I started playing the game in 2017. Yeah, at 33 or 34, something like that.
How do you play?
Are you familiar with any card games like Magic the Gathering or something, maybe?
No.
It's basically a strategic game.
So you got to get these cards to like have certain powers or something?
Yeah, you basically, I have a turn, then you have a turn, and you play your cards out and you attack and take all your prizes to win. Worlds was just this weekend.
So is it like Uno?
It's a little better than Uno. I think the winner of Worlds this weekend just took home like $50,000.
So there's a lot of people in it.
Oh yeah, there's several hundred, if not $1 million in prize money a year going out.
Are you badass at it?
No.
What are the cards that are worth like ridiculous amount of money?
There's a lot, but the older stuff, the first editions, graded in high PSA numbers like 10s, can be worth a lot.
What's a lot?
Over, 6 figures, but there's Pokemon cards that have sold for over 7 figures before. They come down a little, but
what's the one of the Logan brothers was famous for chasing down?
Probably the Pikachu. Well, he chased down a Charizard. He bought it from a guy locally here in Vegas, but he also chased down the Illustrator, which is probably considered one of the rarest cards because I forget the exact year, but early on, early 2000s, late 90s, they had an illustration contest for people to draw, and then if you won the contest, you got this special card called a Pikachu Illustrator. Most people just threw them in their binder, and most of them have never been seen again.
What are those worth?
That's the one that sold over $1 million at one point, but I don't know if a 10. I think there might be one 10 out there, but I know I haven't looked it up in a while. It changes all the time, but I would imagine a 9 would fetch somewhere between probably 500,000 and 700,000. Now I could be wrong because I haven't comped that card out in a while, but I've definitely seen them sell for that much.
Who's buying them?
Everybody.
Rich people that play.
The Pokemon recently, over the last few years, especially this year, has started to become considered an investment class. So I would say a lot of it probably has to do with the crypto bros, right? It's a younger generation of people mostly that grew up, playing these cards. So
how'd you get into it?
I had to find something else to do. I got put on probation. And
for what?
Well, for guns and weed. Apparently, you're not allowed to have them together at the same time.
Oh, no shit.
So I just did probation, hired a great lawyer, but I was able to just do probation for the weed, but they wanted me to do probation. And then as long as I completed probation, you know, they didn't charge me for the guns, but the guns were all legal. Just weren't allowed to have them together.
Is that a rule?
It's a rule. Yeah.
So if you have a little,
Well, I think if you, I don't know the exact rule, but, you know, since I had THC in my blood.
well, now that it's legal here, would you have been charged with the same thing?
It's federally illegal, so I don't really know. This was like 6 months before the law changed.
So let's go back to Pawn Stars. Now, again, when I went down there, I remember the old man. I remember Rick for sure.
Yeah, because you were a customer first, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, I pawned my shit when I first moved here, like fairly often.
Yeah.
There was a while there that was fairly often.
Yeah. I used to pawn my stuff there too.
Yeah, it was not as busy. I can tell you that. There was a little window out front.
The window's still there.
Do people use it?
It's for the night. Although we says 24 hours, the door closes at around 5 and just that window's open to pawn things.
Now don't you, it's not really a full blown pawn shop anymore, is it?
It is a full-blown pawn shop, but it doubles as a tourist attraction, yeah.
Yeah, because every time I went by there was like lines and people wanting souvenirs. I'm like, dude, that place is dust.
If you have something to pawn,
good thing I don't have to pawn my shit.
You don't have to wait in line to pawn or sell.
Oh, you don't?
No, you just let the guy at the door know and he lets you into the counter.
Now, where do you get your guests that show up on the show? Do they just randomly walk in?
Well, some of them randomly walk in, but a lot of it is email-based, you know. Everyone wants to bring their coolest stuff in, so we just go through emails, you know, a couple times a week and filter out the coolest stuff and ask them to bring it in.
And you're the, what 10th season, 100th season? It's been on forever.
Yeah, it's weird between like paper seasons and actual television seasons. I think between all 3 television shows that we've done related to Pawn Stars, we're up over 600, close to 700 episodes.
Why do you think the attraction is there so much?
To the show itself?
Yeah, because like every time you guys do something, is it the crew that you're running with? Is it just the
so
niche?
I think it's has to do with a couple different things. One thing that I think made us so popular so fast was we started in 2009. You remember we were in a recession. I didn't know it at the time because I was very, very broke and poor, but I think a lot of people were hurting and more people were staying home watching TV, and they were watching us thinking, oh, I could go look in my grandparents' attic or my mom and dad's attic and see if I have any of this, you know, stuff that could be valuable.
Yeah.
And we coined it Laugh and Learn TV, like really, really, you know, early in on it. So at a time of Jersey Shores and the Kardashians, it was just something a little bit different that people could watch as a family.
And were you there from the get-go?
I was there from the get-go, not from the pilot, but there was maybe like 9 or 10 employees at the shop when the show started, and they were kind of filming with everyone, trying to figure out who can they use as the 4th person. And I naturally had known the guys most of my life, so we already had a good rapport with them, but I didn't watch TV at the time, so I was like, I'm going to go home and watch some reality TV and see what kind of character they're missing. And then I just thought like, well, they're all pretty serious guys. They need like some type of comic relief, someone that could be the butt of a joke. So
that was intentional.
It was intentional, but I just took my natural character flaws and exaggerated them 100 times, you know.
Such as what?
Just like, you know, basically my goal was to be like, you know, you go to a family Thanksgiving dinner and everyone has that uncle that we love him just because he's him, you know, he's a little goofy, a little off, but so I just tried to kind of tie that into like, you know, into who I was. Try to be fun, lighthearted, be at the butt of a joke, just say stupid, witty things that don't necessarily seem witty at the time, you know, just kind of, but it is witty if you like break it down.
Did you get paid from day one?
So I didn't get paid for the first season, but Rick did give me $30,000 to be on the first season.
Really?
And then they were, before the first season was over, History Channel was thinking about cutting me because I guess at the beginning of the first season, they did a focus group and I didn't test well. But then by the time they redid a focus group for the second season, they realized that if they cut me, then they probably would like not have the same show. They basically, I think the fans accepted me and realized I was a staple part of the, the guys.
Yeah. But Rick was getting all the dough in the beginning.
No, they were Rick, Corey, and the old man that all had contracts. Yeah, but season 2, I got my contract season 2, and it was crazy. Yeah.
What kind of dough are they paying?
Oh, I don't know, a lot. I mean,
you guys ain't allowed to say.
Probably could say. I mean, there was 1 year that was really crazy because they wanted to do 104 episodes in 1 year, and I was making a few $100,000 a month at that time. But
how was it?
I wish I was more of a stable person at the time. All the Rolls Royces and Lamborghinis were great, but
so you just started blowing it.
Yeah, I saved money away, but yeah, I just spent it on dumb stuff. I was just young, poor kid, came from a very poor middle class family, single parent home, and my dad had passed away just a few months before the show started, so I didn't really have anyone to kind of like help guide me. And I found those people later on, maybe like 5 or 6 years into it, but I had already blown the early money, which was really, really good. Yeah, the first year I actually didn't realize I had to, pay so much in taxes. I had to borrow money to pay my taxes from Rick and then pay him back.
So who got the most? Were you guys equally paid? How does that work?
Yeah, Rick got the most, and then the rest of us were equally paid.
Is it because it's Rick's store, or is it because
Rick is the show? Like, you can't really have the same show without all of us, but you can't have the show at all without Rick, right? That's how I look at it.
So he was the main character.
Yeah, he's the guy. He really is the guy who just knows everything. We used to make fun of him in the shop. Like, when are you going to put all this useless information to work? It's just useless.
Now, before the show, it was just a regular pawn shop where you guys are just going to work every day.
Just going to work every day, yeah.
What was the jobs that you had before the show?
I was a pawnbroker. I mean, I've been buying and selling things my entire life. I've been at the pawn shop probably 22, 23 years, something like that. I'll be 43 in a month. So I've literally worked at the pawn shop half my life, and my whole life I would just, buy and sell whatever I could,
Yeah, but like there were doors going to the back. I'm sure you had warehouses filled with shit that you had to hold on to.
Yeah.
Like, what was your job when you first started there?
You didn't have a specific job. You just did whatever you had to do that day. I preferred to work at the pawn counter, but also I'm a good salesman, and some of the older guys there who had seniority didn't like to sell, so I would go work the sales floor as well. If the eBay guy was, gone sick that day, I was the guy who got sent to the back to pack all the eBay packages. 7-Eleven runs. I used to love to do the 7-Eleven runs, I'd go out, and I remember I would yell at the new guy when they would come in, dude, 7-Eleven runs don't take 10 minutes, they take 30 minutes. I would go place the bets for the day. We had a bunch of ex-cops who worked there, and we like to do little baseball and basketball parlays all day and stuff.
So what was the hourly wage then?
I made $52,000 a year, and I still make it. I still get my pawn shop salary.
No shit?
Yeah.
No raises?
No raises. I haven't got a raise yet, but
Are there regular employees there that aren't on the show?
There's about 60 employees there, yeah.
Now, when the show's filming, are they told to scram?
They get out of the way, yeah. Or you'll see them in the background sometimes.
Nate, you say you want the mic closer? And you can drop it if you want. So, yeah, I'm just trying to get a picture of like what it's like to go in there and film, because now you're a celebrity.
Those are your words, I'll take them, but I don't like to consider myself a celebrity. I like to consider myself just an everyday guy. Well, I always tell people, sometimes they see me selling Pokemon cards and they don't realize how lucrative it is, or they say, oh, you're washed up. I can't believe you're doing this now. I always tell them, just because you know me as the guy from TV doesn't mean I'm not the guy who's been buying and selling shit my whole life. That's what I do. I don't want to just sit on my couch and do nothing.
Yeah, I struggle with people, for some reason, like to think I'm a celebrity because I have Instagram followers and TikTok followers, but that's just social media. Like, I'm a business guy.
Yeah.
And people always ultimately want to act like I'm freaking Brad Pitt or something.
Well,
and I'm
now
like,
I might get booted if I go try to eat in that room. I might be waiting down there and seeing you come out.
no, because you're a real celebrity. I think celebrities are on TV and movies. I'm not on TV and movies, but I do think social media is kind of the new TV.
Yeah, social media is the new celebrity for sure.
Yeah, so
There's a lot of social media celebrities that are way bigger than I could ever be.
such as
I mean, all of them. Jake
Name one.
Paul. I mean,
Well-
I don't watch social media, but FaZe Rug came into the shop the other day and filmed something. I think he has like 20 million followers on YouTube.
yeah. How many you got?
I don't have a YouTube right now. Yeah.
Are you stopped wherever you go though? Because you're recognizable.
Yeah, most of the time I am. Yeah.
Any hate?
Like from other people?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
What do they hate you about?
I have a good friend who always tells me, he'll be like, he'll hear people talking crap about me, and he just always says, "Oh, that's just someone who doesn't really know you. They just."
Yeah, but what would they say? Like, dude, you don't cause any trouble. You're you're just running around being funny.
Yeah, people find reasons to hate you. Usually it stems from stuff they don't like about themselves that they see in you.
So you have a new store opening here pretty quick.
Yeah, I deal in collectibles, mostly Pokemon cards. I have a new brick and mortar. It's called Rarity Reserve. We will deal in more like mid to high end, not crazy high end stuff, but mid to high end tier stuff and like out of print Pokemon and sports cards and stuff like that.
Well, how do you know when you're thumbing through a box of cards you buy if any of them's worth anything?
If it's Pokemon, I just know.
But I mean, is there books? How do you learn?
No, I look
shit?
them up before I buy them, but you could give me a box of cards right now and I could pull out all the ones that have potential value.
How do you know?
Just from what I do.
Just from the history.
I do it all day. Before I came here, I spent 4 hours pricing out graded Pokemon cards that I just bought over the weekend.
And you price them out based on whatever you feel.
No, I price them out at the market. There's a lot of tools to use that pull all the data from all the different online sites, and it shows you like the last 5 to 10 sales, and it gives you like an average, and you can kind of just work it from there.
You think there's kids all over the United States that have no idea they've got something extremely valuable in their box of cards?
I don't think right now at the moment. There might be, but kids are pretty savvy, Kids are growing up in the YouTube era. So they watch all these collection videos, these investment videos, and they're out there trying to make a dollar.
What is your plan with the store besides obviously buy and sell cards?
I mean, I hopefully just can buy as much as I can. My online business is hemorrhaging for product. I can't keep enough.
The cards?
Yeah, the cards. Yeah.
Are you going to unbox on air?
I don't unbox. No, that just ruins the value of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, so then how do you know what's in it?
When a new set comes out, a case comes with 6 booster boxes. I limit myself to opening up, one case of a new set. The rest of the stuff, I just buy the cards, the singles, graded usually, and then I resell them.
But aren't those cards in those boxes?
Yes, but just to give you an example, like when I started, a box of Pokemon cards was about $90, but MSRP, manufacturer's suggested retail price, was like probably 130, maybe 115 when I started, right? So now from my distributor, boxes are about $100, give or take $5 depending on the set. So I'm paying $100 from a distributor. MSRP is about 160 now, but the newest set of Pokemon that just came out 2.5 months ago is sitting at $300 a box right now, $150 over MSRP. So to open that box up and try to get a card that's that valuable, is hard to do. So the people who are opening those boxes up, like I open some up because I like to open up Pokemon cards. But most of the people who are opening those boxes are actually looking for cards to build for their deck or play the game, or they just want to open it up. But sealed investing in Pokemon cards has become a really big thing over the last few years. So the box price sealed will hold a huge premium because people like to put them on their shelf and look at them.
How do they know if it's factory sealed or not?
You could tell.
Because anyone can have a cellophane machine.
Yeah. There's a lot of resale stuff, but there's, stuff you can do to make sure.
I always thought that because if the boxes contain the high value cards and I sell you a box for $300, there could be a $100,000 card in that box.
No, not in these boxes. A lot of the time, the box price of a card, especially as it gets older, will be the price or more than the price of a PSA 10 of the highest valued card in that set. So let's say like Phantom Forces, for example, it's, I don't know, maybe like 10, 12, 13 years, something like that. It's within the 15-year period, right around there. There's a card in there that's very low pop. There's only I don't know the number, 100, 200 or something like that, graded in a PSA 10. So this card that was a few $100s a few years ago is up to $15,000 now in a PSA 10. Well, now that booster box has ran up to $15,000.
Because one might be in there?
Just because the perceived value of that biggest chase card is in there, yeah.
Is it guaranteed in there?
No, it's not. You could open up 20 of them and not get it.
Yeah, you heard of Labubus?
I sold 140 cases of Labubus a couple months ago.
Now, those have to have huge markup because I got a friend, my wife's friend owns this little store. Give her a little shout out. It's called Lucky Duck.
Okay.
You heard of Lucky Duck?
I have. I've never been though.
Dude, it's a little store where she puts claw machines in, and it's like $1 to send down the claw, and they just dump out a lot of stupid little stuffed animals. But in the front, there's these Labubus. And obviously our kids go in there and they want to try. And one time I forget what I spent trying to find one like black boo-boo with coke eyes or some shit.
Yeah, I got a couple of those.
Yeah, dude. And I'm sitting there. I probably spent $1,000 for her to get a damn special Labubu. Which
it would have cost you about $500 to buy that Labubu.
The little one?
The black one you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the secret rare one.
That's the one that they kept opening to see if it was in there.
Yeah.
How many are actually out there?
I think that is 1 in 24. It's not that rare.
So if I bought 24 boxes, I should get one?
No, but if you bought 50 boxes, you should definitely get one and maybe two.
And what are they worth?
Pop Mart sells them, I believe, for $20. They shot up at one point on the secondhand market to people like me who resell. I was still having to pay like $65 for them. But they've gone down in price a little bit. I haven't checked the price recently, but they're probably back down around $35-40.
Can you sell me one?
Sure.
I'll take one.
Yeah, I can. I don't know if it's going to be a black one though.
It has to be.
I don't. So all my black ones are gone. I have 2 black ones left, but I got them tattooed.
What do you mean?
You can get Labubus tattooed.
Where?
By a tattoo artist. So I took 46 Labubus down to LA and got them tattooed by the guy who started the Labubu tattoo phase. And then I sold all those for like, 100 to 150.
Dude, I see grown people walking around with Labubus strapped on them.
I wear one too sometimes, but it's just because it's what I do. I sell collectibles.
Do you want people to know it?
Of course I do.
Have you heard that they're supposedly evil?
Yeah, I saw the video. Yeah.
Do you think that's just trying to hype Labubus?
I think that's just someone trying to get clicks and views, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to get their quota for the month on YouTube.
Just for the record, folks, my kids have, I would say, at least 200 of them, and no evil scratches, or there's no bad luck happening.
My niece, I took my nieces a bunch when I went to see them. They live in Utah. My oldest niece went on like a church resort kind of thing with the girls, of her age group. And her friend would put the Labubu in someone's room and the girls would freak out. And then that girl who, would put it in their bag. And then my nieces would sneak off during, group activity, go find the Labubu and take it and put it in someone else's tent. And like the girls were getting freaked out. The supervisor, the adult supervisor, had to like try to figure out who was doing it, but they never gave themselves in. He's like, please stop doing it. But she didn't. She kept doing it.
What about the ones that are like that big?
Yeah, some of those are going for crazy money.
Because I got one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like big.
Yeah, Labubu.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen sales of those up in the 5 figures. I don't know which one you have.
See, how do I know? That's my point. Like, how the hell do I know? What if I got a zinger at home?
I mean, I'm your guy. You just send it to me. I'll tell you.
All right, I'll take a picture of it. Matter of fact, where's my phone? Has you got my phone? I'll tell
I'll just
tell
look it
Kendall,
up.
send me a picture of the big Labubu right now.
Yeah, well, look it up and see what it's going for.
How do you know how many different kinds are there?
I mean, I'm just gonna look up the picture and search for it so I can get an accurate price.
What if this sucker turned out to be the good one?
If it's a good one, I'm gonna lowball you and try to buy it.
Go ahead. You'd have to
those
negotiate.
kids ain't letting it go, huh?
You'd have to negotiate with Kendall.
Oh, you'd be surprised what a black Labubu could get me.
Well, the black one, for some reason they want one so bad.
That's because that's the status symbol of Labubu.
But they're only $65.
Well, if you want to buy the black one open, I don't know what it costs today, but for a while they were around $500 to $600. It might be $400
for the
now,
little ones.
Yeah,
because the ones in the boxes we were buying are just little ones.
Yep.
But the big one was sitting up there, and she's like, "Can I have it? Can I have it?" I'm like, "How much is that?" I forgot what she said, but because
how long ago did you buy it?
A year.
Oh, you might be up some money.
She's like, "Which one?" Yeah, the big one. I think it's brown.
So,
but the Boo Boo craze, once it ends,
it's getting close, I think.
Well, like look at the Beanie Babies. My wife has
Beanie
1,000
Babies,
Beanie Babies from back in the day, untouched, just saved.
Beanie Babies did it to themselves, right?
How?
I think a lot of people learned from Beanie Babies as well as the card industry learning from 90s junks, wax, sports era stuff. Beanie Babies were so expensive because they were very hard to get, right? It was a small print run. Beanie Babies saw how much everybody wanted them and decided around like Black Friday or, for the Christmas push that year that they were just going to massively re-release them. So instead of you wanting a Beanie Baby, going to the store thinking, oh, I got a 5% chance to get one, now you can go to the store, walk in and get one whenever you want. So the scarcity wasn't there, which will drive up the price. Nothing drives up price like FOMO.
What about those? You remember Cabbage Patch Kids?
Yeah.
Those things were ridiculous at one point. Now they're worthless, right?
I imagine they're not too valuable, but I'm sure there are still some Cabbage Patch Kids that hold a good value. Probably some of the very original first year ones probably still hold good value.
So the reason I asked about the filming of the unboxing is because somehow you want to create this brick and mortar so everybody locally can come and, they can fly in, and obviously it's you. Are you there?
I'll be there some of the time. Yeah.
I mean, because again, people just going to want to come in and just because it's you.
They're going to be in for a rude awakening. They're not going to be able to come in just for it's me. They're going to be told by the sign and by the people working there, if you're here to take a picture with Chumlee, come back tomorrow. He does his candy shop from 11:30 to 1, and that's where he takes pictures. I can't have people coming into the collectible shop that don't want to look and buy and possibly buy collectibles. It can't just be, I think that's Zemo. I don't know what that one's worth. Let me look.
Zemo?
I think so. It's
would she know his name? Its name?
Maybe. Well, that's the, does it have a tail on the back?
Don't know. And then there's I forgot I got her this one too.
Oh yeah, I never even seen that one.
Hey, rare. I got a rare baby. Rare Labubu.
Yeah, they do have some pretty rare ones, but
you've never seen this one looks like maybe a baby.
Yeah, they do all the different stuff with the Labubus, but I don't think the Labubus will.
How much you give me for that one?
I gotta look it up.
I'll probably sell it and find out it's worth a couple thousand bones.
Yeah.
So, the filming and the unboxing I got from a buddy of mine. You might know him, Dan Fleischman.
Yeah.
You know Dan?
Yeah.
So he started the little cards shop he has. And the unboxing was drawing like tons of people online, just getting him free publicity left and right. Mm-hmm. And all he would do is sell the boxes. And then whoever bought them, usually he'd have his celeb buddies come in and open it.
Yeah.
And then, you get yourself a smack doodle card in the middle of that box.
Maybe.
Well, it happens though.
Yeah.
And then
he's doing sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you do sports?
I'm dabbling in sports a little bit, but I know Pokemon, right? Pokemon is what I know. I know how sports is a different market. You know Charizard, right?
Yeah.
The most famous Pokemon. Have you ever heard of Charizard getting a DUI or beating up his wife in the elevator? It doesn't happen. You know, the volatility there is much different than sports card.
Yeah, you mean a celebrity athlete does something stupid, the
card goes down, right?
What about a signed Adrian Peterson jersey?
I guess that would all depend on whether the jersey was game worn, what kind of provenance. You know, Adrian Peterson, I don't know what his autograph goes for off the top of my head. I'm imagining maybe a couple $100, maybe more. I don't know how much he signs. But if he's actively doing autograph signings, then the autographs are worth less. More, you know, someone who doesn't sign a lot, their autographs are worth more.
See, this is why I don't get into that shit, dude. I don't know one card from another. I could have a Pokemon card at home in my daughter's book that could be worth a bunch and don't even know it.
But that's the great thing about a business, right? You do what you know and you do it so well, right? So leave the Pokemon to me. I know it well. I do good, and
well, how can I or listeners somehow make money with you in the Pokemon world? What's a way that someone could make money with you in Pokemon? Like, hey, find me. Like, you have people out looking for you?
Oh, you can. I will buy any graded card. I mean, I'm looking to buy cards from the $10 to $500 value as much as possible, and then I still buy lots of $1,000 plus cards. But I don't get into the like $10,000, $20,000, $100,000 stuff very often. You know,
with Rick?
Oh no, Rick doesn't. If I have a buyer for it, I'll go find it and sell it. But I don't want to just have $100,000 in Pokemon cards sitting, you know, in one card sitting there for nothing.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get a chance to talk to you much before the show because normally I always try to figure out how to break down people's businesses and leverage reach.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry about that. My car wouldn't start. I had to Uber.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah, my battery died. I think I left the light on.
What are you driving now?
I drive a 2-door Jeep Rubicon.
No more Rolls Royces?
No more not for years.
You tired of them?
I'm not a car guy, you know. Back then I was just so excited to have money. Yeah. I mean, Rolls Royce is nice, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I drive one, and honestly, they are nice.
Yeah.
But I'm to the point where I'm almost like,
I like my Jeep.
I like my Raptor.
Yeah, I was thinking about a Raptor, but
the R is the only one to get.
Yeah, I went with the Jeep. I want that, like.
You live here in Vegas?
Right down the street.
Yeah. So every September the show ends, or when does the show end and you get a little time off?
We've had like a year off right now. Yeah.
What for?
Just we had filmed so much. They still have new episodes ready to go.
And so when they ready to film, they come back and say, okay, let's hit it. And then you're solid every day for 6 months?
5 days a week for about 6 months. Yeah.
And they just put them all in the can.
It all depends on how many episodes they order, but average is about 6 to 7 months.
Are you allowed to wear like rarity shirts?
I probably could finesse it, but I'd have to just sign over the paperwork and stuff.
How would they know? Like, can you wear that to work?
No.
Do they say?
I used to be able to wear whatever I wanted, but we got too big very fast. And then our small production company, Left Field, got bought out by ITV. And then the lawyers who work at ITV need to justify their job. So they're always searching for things that they think could get them possibly in trouble or sued or something like that.
Or what about divert interest and they want a piece of everything?
Yeah, they probably want a piece of everything too. But I do think it's good that I just wear my normal branded pawn shop stuff because I don't want to potentially scare away a potential advertiser, you know, that may want to advertise. Like maybe I wear, like we've done multiple advertisements for Mercedes-Benz, right? So if I come on there wearing a BMW shirt, how's Mercedes going to feel about that? They've paid me money over the years.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. You'd wear your shirts.
No, I'll wear my shirts. I probably will. I'm actually in the new season. I've actually talked to Tracy, our producer, and I want to film some stuff inside of my shop and get some exposure like that.
You think there's a spinoff coming for you?
No.
Why no? Would you do one if they offered?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't you?
It's
Don't you have your own little cast of characters? You will.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, I guess the real answer to that is the money's better in Pokemon. The only difference is the TV. There's no overhead, right? So the money's really good in TV, but the way television is going, it's not exactly stable, right? Everything's moving over to streaming.
You think that's the new thing?
Yeah, I think streaming, I think cable will stay around, but I think, the library is what's important, right? Everyone wants to sell their library.
Do people know your real name?
It's on the internet, yeah.
Do people ever yell out, Austin?
They do.
Do you look, or like you don't even go by that anymore?
If I'm in a place where it's a bunch of fans, I never look because I don't like really to look. But there's a few people I think there's only one or two people that call me Austin. I don't even know if they call me Austin. They call me, yeah.
Do you ever get like media training or the show saying, now, chum, you can't be going out and doing dumb shit anymore?
No media training, but we do have a morality clause.
Like, what's that mean? Don't get caught fucking a goat?
Probably something that would probably be really bad.
But is that what they?
Yeah, just like
they don't
you can't
want you
do
in
this,
trouble.
you can't do that. Yeah.
And you did get in trouble. Did that cost you anything?
I probably would have got off with no probation, but they said, "Hey, we're ready to." They didn't tell me this directly, but through the grapevine, they were ready to film a new season. But if I went to court, then they were just going to drop the show. But if I can just get probation, then they're fine to start a new season. So I just took probation, even though I probably shouldn't have. I probably would have walked away without anything.
You seem to have a lot of random expertise. What's a subject that nobody knows you actually know?
I don't know if I have any random expertise. I mean, I guess I just know a little bit about everything. Working in the pawn shop, you're kind of always studying, right? I forget so much and I learn so much every day. It's just, I'm not like Rick, where Rick reads something once, he soaks it up, it's in his brain. I got to move stuff out of my brain to make room for whatever I'm working on that day. I mean, I'm known for Pokemon. I'm known for shoes. A lot of people actually think I know a lot about pinballs, but I don't really know a lot about pinballs. I knew a little bit about these couple pinball machines we filmed with early in the season, and the History Channel decided to tag me as like the pinball expert. So maybe that's one that's the opposite question you asked me, but people think I know a lot about pinballs, but I really don't know very much.
When someone would bring in something that you knew was worth way more than they knew, how come you guys don't buy it for the stupid amount they want instead of like telling them what it's worth?
Should I give you the real answer?
Yes.
All right, because we're on TV. No, we like to do good business, right? Okay.
The first one was the real answer.
No, this is the truth. I'm sorry I'm sniffing all day. I hurt my ear scuba diving several years ago, and the pressure in the air today is just like clogging my ear.
Well, I mean, because if I'm a pawn shop, someone comes in, and I don't think it's rude personally. Why? Well, because I didn't say anything. So if you brought me this rhino, and I know, oh, that's a Picasso, rhino, and you go, hey, I want to sell this, and I go, how much are you looking to get for it? And you're like, I'll sell it for $500. Now, why would I say, sir, that is worth $500,000?
Well, say you have 10 more of those rhinos at your house. You come back to walk into one and sell me one at the pawn shop again, and you see it on my shelf for $500,000 after I sold it to you for $500. Do you think I'm going to get a chance to buy that again from you, or do you think you're going to go somewhere else?
I don't give a rat's ass.
Well, a lot of people will be
What's
very
the likelihood
upset.
I'm going to sit there and liquidate my belongings to a pawn shop my whole life?
But someone is, you know what I mean? That's what, like, some people do that. You used to pawn your bracelet for extra ends, right? People do the same thing.
Well, pawn is different.
Pawn is different, but people do the same thing with selling stuff, right? They're like, maybe they just bring one in because they want to see what they can get for it, right? And then so they come in, they get $500 and they think, oh, great deal. But now they come back and it's on my shelf for $3,000 or $5,000 or something like that. I'd rather make the long-term money and over, especially in a pawn shop. The money's made from repeat customers, not, you don't make your money off one-time customers. You make your money doing business and building relationships with people over a long period of time.
So if I walked in and I had something worth 50 grand and I said, I'll take $3,000, you guys would say that's worth 50?
I'm sure some of the guys at the pawn shop would take that $3,000 right away, but you know, not everyone knows exactly what they're doing there. Yeah. I mean, we've definitely got some good deals in the past, and sometimes you're buying stuff from someone that you know they don't have. I've gotten some really good deals on some. My favorite story is a Rick story. This was back when gold was like $400 an ounce, right? Some guy comes in with a $50 gold piece, and he asks Rick, "How much will you give me for this?" And Rick takes a look at it, and the guy looks Rick dead in the eyes and goes, "I want $50 for it. I know what it is. It says $50 right on it." Rick's like, all right, I'll give you $50 for it. Guy's walking out, looking at his girl, saying, "See, I told you they wouldn't get me, babe. It's a $400 coin, you know?" So there's opportunity there, but for the most part, it's just much better to do long-term business.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This guy looked like he had no business. Like, if you have a coin, like, you know what that gold coin's worth if it's yours. You know, if you collected it, he probably got it. You know, maybe his parents passed away or something like that, and just had, you know.
You think where's the line between collecting and hoarding?
I get, it's a thin line. It's a thin line. Yeah.
If I went to your house right now, is there shit everywhere, or
only because I'm in the process of moving to my store right now? I have, 400 orders on my shipping table from the last two last two times I streamed. But no, I don't collect much. I don't have, typically when you come to my house, you'd be like, your house looks too empty.
So you're not a collector, really. You're a trader almost.
The same thrill that most people get from collecting, I get from buying and selling. I've been doing it my whole life. I call myself the curator of collections. I want to help you find the things that you want to put into your collection. I don't want to put the things I like in my house massively, right? Like, I love samurai swords. I have one. It's 500 years old. That's good enough. If I get another one that's even cooler, I'll probably sell the one I have and put the new one up.
How much would you sell that for?
I wouldn't sell it. Yeah.
Is it like one of those, this is folded Japanese steel from the...
Yeah. I think I paid like $5,000 for it. And my guy was like, I waited for years to buy one because my guy was like, he knew I wanted one. He's like, I'm going to wait till we get the right one that I could get you at a really good price. So yeah, I'm sure it's doubled in value since I bought it.
Probably sharp as hell.
Very sharp. Yeah.
So what's something do you have anything that you would never sell?
I always say if I sell this samurai sword, that means that I couldn't pay rent and I'm down bad. So that's probably like one. I probably wouldn't sell that, but no, I would sell almost anything. When you get into a samurai sword that's 500 years old, that is almost irreplaceable. But I don't really look at most things as irreplaceable. Even like the Pokemon cards that I have in my personal collection, if you walk up to me and want to buy it, I'll sell it to you right now because I know I can go out and rebuy it, right? I can make a couple phone calls and find that card for probably a little bit cheaper than I sold it to you at.
Someone says VHSs are now becoming collectible.
VHSs have been trying to make the move for quite a few years now.
How would that work?
It's just the nostalgia, right? A lot of the valuable stuff is the stuff that first print run that never got opened, and it's really clean. And once again, the higher it grades, because they grade VHS now, the more money that it's going to be worth.
You're talking about the tape?
Yeah.
Or the machine?
The tape.
What about the machines?
I haven't seen any machines,
what
but
good would a tape be?
I wouldn't doubt it because all the Nintendos and stuff. Well, you don't watch it. You don't watch your collection.
Why not? It's just for resale, isn't it? It's an investment.
It's an investment. I know it's hard for you to believe, but collectibles have become a strong investment. People are building large portfolios of collectibles over the last couple of years.
But if I came down and I said, okay, I want to put this $100,000 somewhere, and I bought $100,000 worth of Pokemon cards from you, why would you have sold them to me if they're worth more than that or going to be?
because I probably bought them for 85 to 80%, and I'll just reflip it and do it again.
So it's just a business for you.
It's a business for me. I love Pokemon. I have cards that I collect. You know, I spec on cards. I'm buying up certain cards right now that I think will get a push in about 1 year. So I'm buying them right now when they're at their very, very low.
Which ones are those, in case I got some Pokemon?
I'll tell you off the air, but you guys are going to crush me.
I thought it would drive them up.
That's why I don't want to say it, because I want to get them all before I drive them up.
I gotcha.
I don't want to drive them up personally. I think it's naturally going to happen. I think it's the next trend that's going to happen for cards. So I'm just buying them up right now. I don't do the whole market manipulation thing. A lot of people do that. There's really no reason to. The market, it moves up on its own. And if you kind of know the trends of Pokemon, you can just speculate on what the next trends will be. You don't always hit, but sometimes you do.
So you said you had a candy store. Mm-hmm. What is that?
Chumlee's Candy on the Boulevard. Yeah.
Is it a store?
It's just a little tiny store. And the reason I opened it was just so my brother didn't have to work for anyone.
And he works there?
He just runs the whole thing. I go in there a couple times a week, you know, push through, meet everyone, take pictures. And it also gives fans an opportunity to come in, meet one of the guys from the shop, because it's really hard to meet us at the pawn shop, you know.
Why? Because when they're filming, there's security everywhere?
Well, when they're filming, you're not allowed to come in unless you sign a piece of paperwork that says I'll walk around and shop in the background like I'm at a pawn shop, not stare at the camera and the guys like I'm watching a TV show we filmed.
Yeah.
And then when we're not filming, we do the majority of work, you know, from the back, because when we go up on the floor, all business stops, and you can't run a business if no one's buying anything.
Would you guys get commission when you bought shit or no?
We will get commission when it sells.
So what's the top 5 kick-ass killer deals that are there right now that I could come down and buy right after this show?
Oh, I wouldn't even know, because I'm not out on it rotates so fast. That stuff just goes through.
Because there's good deals in pawn stores.
Yeah, I'm sure we could get you a better deal than, you know, we could get most people. But I would, just off the top of my head, I would say we have some really good art, but it's not on the floor. We have a back room like set up with art where we bring the people who want to spend good money on art. And then we have, I don't know if we do, but from time to time, we have some really cool fossils in there. So if we have any of our dinosaur fossils left, or any of our, we have some like Where the Wild Things Are original art. It's probably a pretty good investment. I mean, that's a classic book, classic movie.
Do you ever buy shit that you see come in?
Like, I used to all the time. Yeah. One time I bought, when gold was really cheap, I bought this big giant Mr. T chain, and I put it on layaway. It was only $400, but I was going to put it on layaway. And I'd only paid half of it off, right? And all of a sudden, gold shot up to like $1,200 an ounce. So I paid it off, and I sold it back to Rick for a profit.
How are you related?
I just known Corey since we were like 12 and 13. Me and Corey got in a fight to meet.
Fist fight?
Kind of. It was a little pathetic. It was more like a roll around wrestle match. And, you know, Corey was a state level wrestler, so it didn't work out great for me.
Then you became friends?
Yeah, we just lived in a, you know, neighborhood where everyone knew each other, and we just became friends. Actually, we really became, Corey likes to fight, and he kept fighting this Samoan kid who, this kid Jason, who's just a nice guy, but, you know, Corey just used to fight him all the time, and this kid was a rock. Boy, I don't know why anyone would mess with him.
Dude, any Samoan you don't want to mess with.
I broke it up 2 times. One time I broke the last fight I broke up 3 times, and finally I looked at him, I go, Jason, just go home, dude. You're beating him up. He's going to try to come back. Just go home. And he just kind of turned around and left.
So then Corey's a scrapper.
Corey's, yeah, he's a little, you know, he's a little ornery one.
Every day, all day?
No, he's ornery all day. Mostly ornery all day, yeah.
What's the like one thing, last question. What's one thing all the Pawn Stars fans, viewers have watched the show for years don't know? Like
they don't know. Most people would just think that the guys pick on me all day long. If you ask Rick, he would say that I pick on him 1,000 more times than he ever picks on me. We have such good a relationship that you can see on there, but they're not really picking on me on the show. That's just how we treat each other, you know, in everyday life. But it's not my place on the show to say those things back to Rick, you know. So
would they cut and refilm? If
they probably would just cut it out in the edit. Yeah.
So you can do what you want. And say
yeah,
what
I
you
say
want.
whatever I want.
Is there anything like teed up or staged? Like, okay, Chum, you're going to need to get pissed here.
So the items are teed up from the fact it's like, hey, today this iPhone is coming in and it's going to be here at 2:00, right? It gets there at 2:00. We film the scene with it. The interview portion, which we don't really do that, is this. We do it a little bit, but it'll be like, today this iPhone came in, da 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 da. They don't tell me what to say, but it's kind of like teed up. It's like, okay, the scene's over. You know, the bulk of the work is done. Now we need to interview you and be like, a guy brought an iPhone in today. He was asking $1,200 for it. I made a deal at $50, whatever it is. Like, you know, they're not giving me for word to word per se, but there's kind of like an outline you have to follow for that part of it. But as far as the scenes coming in, we're free to say whatever they want. I mean, they will ask you to like mention stuff sometimes. It's more like, if they don't say like we're talking history and facts, and if they don't think that I covered it enough, or if they think they need more for the edit, they'll ask me if I could talk about that again. Now they won't say, hey, I need you to say this again, unless like they're like, oh, hey, Chum, you said this happened in 1995. It happened in 1996. Then they would correct the date for me.
Do you think you could create a show now doing it so many times that like, you know, like the methods they use?
Yeah, I think I could be a producer for sure. Even our producer thinks that I would be a good producer. I produce myself as we go through the show. That's like how I go about doing my scenes.
Because like when you see the show and you take the interviews and you take the scene and someone edits it all together and adds the music and whatnot, it comes out like, you know, entertaining. Mm-hmm. But it's not always filmed that way.
No, it's not always filmed that way for sure, but it is.
So how much better is the show than what happened in real life?
I think the show's just more digestible for a TV format, right? I think if we were to release the unedited version, like on YouTube or something like that, I think it would probably be fine, right? But for a cable structure, you need like a certain structure. You have commercials you got to fit in and all that.
You have a podcast now with Rick.
Yeah,
don't you?
I do. Yeah. And Rick is really good at edited TV, but boy, does he suck at live stuff.
What do you guys do? What do you talk about?
Just kind of the same thing here. We just, we bring a guest on and me and the guest talk about what they're doing and them while Rick talks about what he's doing and him.
How often are you filming those?
Sometimes we film 5 or 6 in a week, and sometimes we go a week or 2 without a guest, you know.
Dude, which Instagram is yours?
I have 3 Instagrams. Chumlee Collects, and Rarity Reserve. I just started Rarity Reserve. I haven't pushed it yet.
Well, I just tried to tag Chumlee, and it says Chumlee doesn't allow anyone to mention you.
That's right.
Which means no one can tag. What do you mean that's right?
Yeah.
That means there's no one can tag you.
You know, we don't want all the different girls finding out who I'm dating. No, I'm just joking. I actually thought I took that off.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna
go with Chumlee Collects.
Yeah, I'm a very private person. I don't care to be tagged. I don't care to.
That's
be in the
how you
spotlight.
get shared. That's how you get billions of followers.
I'm doing just fine. Could always be doing better. I would love to be doing better, but I'm doing just fine.
Dude,
I'm the worst at social media.
Where do you want to be like in 5 years? Are you just chilling, having fun, enjoying life, and like everything's good, or do you have a plan?
I have a plan for a vision of where I want to take my collectible shop in the next 5 years. I love doing collectibles. I love cards. I love traveling. I love buying. I love selling. But I have a great team. I have the foundation of a team that could grow into, you know, a very large, you know, huge business, hopefully $100 million a year type business in the next, you know, 10 to 15 years in the collectible industry.
And what would you do with it? Like, what's the ultimate goal? What would your life look like if you could
I just want to have somewhere to work where I don't work for someone. I can't sit down all day. I got to be doing something. I have to be working. I woke up at 4:30 this morning and started working at 4:50.
Just pricing cards.
Just pricing cards. And my guy was going to come over today and start doing it at 1:00, and he was going to do it all. But I woke up and was like, nah, I'm just going to do it now. I don't want to sit here and do nothing.
You're a workaholic, my friend. Did you ever think that you were going anywhere from broke, or did you already inside have a thing that said, I'm going to get big someday?
I mean, I've always been a hustler. So although I come from a very poor family and I would be considered broke, I never was struggling to have money in my pocket, pay my bills, do whatever I wanted. You know, I wasn't on the path to drive a Rolls Royce or, you know, own a nice big house, but I'm just fine poor. I'm a little more comfortable with some money, but I always say right now, as long as I have a paid for house, like, I know how to make money doing anything. I could make money for the rest of my life. So right now I'm just really focused on health, making sure that I'm as healthy as can be, taking all my supplements, doing all the crazy stuff, you know, my cold plunges. And
do you?
Oh yeah.
What's the temperature?
35.
How long you go?
3 minutes, but I could do it longer.
You know that you don't need to be 35.
No, I know you don't.
Why do you do it then?
Have you ever done 35?
It hurts.
Have you ever done 35 though? You have?
Yeah, and it hurts.
Now, when you get out of there, how many times when you got out of that 35-degree water have you said to myself, damn, I have so many things today that are going to be harder to do than that?
Well, it's hard at
It's
fucking
the hardest
44.
35 is way different than 44.
Yeah,
it's not hard for me.
It seems like 40 is different than 44.
Oh,
like
for
it
sure.
seems like
Yeah.
the colder you get, it begins to hurt.
35 starts to tingle. Well, actually, I'm at 37. Mine only goes down to 37.
Well, you know Gary Brecka?
I don't personally know him, but I really want to. I love him.
Well, I know Gary, and he told me, dude, you're wasting.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that.
You don't,
He said, as long as it's below.
I think below like 58, right?
No,
Something
less than that. I think it's like 50 something.
56 or something.
But
yeah.
it's like, as long as it's below that, you're good.
I just do it for the mental aspect of it. I even go crazy.
Then why not do 29?
Mine only goes down to 37.
Oh.
So after I hit my 3-minute time, I go all the way underwater and I count to 20 as slow as I can. So I do an extra 20 to 30 seconds, fully submerged head and all.
Are you indoors or out?
Indoors.
Well, you got to admit, doing it in Vegas is much easier.
Not in the winter.
No, dude, that's when
Yeah.
I quit doing it.
Yeah.
Like in the summer, I dip. I get out. I feel invigorated. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
In the winter, I got out. I couldn't warm up for like 4 hours.
That's the best. I love that feeling.
Dude, I was bone chilled cold for 4 hours.
No, I love that feeling. It's so refreshing and energizing. And I feel like it just gives me that extra little pep in my step and just like, you know, a little extra RPM in the gas tank.
What can the bomb squad do for you, the listeners?
The bomb squad can, I guess you can follow me on Instagram because apparently I'm not doing it right.
Well, you
just don't tag me.
Yeah, you can't stop people from making comments because that's what shares and spreads.
No, it's just tagging me. Because then I'm walking around outside with my wife and people are taking a picture and tagging us and like no one even knows I'm married, you know? I'm a very private person. Like I don't need all that extra. I don't need my personal life out there. Like,
but that's how you get like shared more.
Yeah, but that's why I have the business stuff. It's allowed to be shared.
Yeah, well, and a TV show helps.
Yeah, the TV show, you know, has never done me wrong. I mean, it gets me. The great thing about the TV show is I could boot someone out from their room of the restaurant and I could get it with all my friends.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Dude, I couldn't believe it either. We had that sumbitch reserved.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, I also always have rolled with.
It was downtown. I forget what restaurant, but downtown. I mean, you know, under the thing.
Yeah. Was it maybe like the one at the D or the Golden Nugget? One of those.
I think
nice
it was
steakhouses?
Golden Nugget.
Yeah.
You had to go up these stairs.
Yeah, I think that's the Golden Nugget. Yeah.
It's like an older place.
Yeah, like an old kind of Italian steakhouse.
Yeah.
It starts with an A.
And you had to go up these stairs.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, it is what it is.
They probably didn't want the crew of people I was hanging out with sitting in their restaurant. We were probably all wearing white T-shirts or black T-shirts and jeans. And
do you hang out with Rick and everybody, or you got your own set of friends?
So I hang out with who I do business with always my whole life, whatever I'm doing. Corey lives in Mexico, so I don't hang out with him. Me and Corey never really hung out too much. We would hang out a little, but we live opposite sides of town. I live here. They live in Summerlin. I do see Rick from time to time. I see him a lot, actually, like at work, but when he's bartending, I'll go hang out with him at the bar. I love hanging out with Rick.
Bar?
Yeah, Rick has a bar.
What's it called?
He didn't tell you?
I didn't.
Oh, Rick's Rollin' Smoke. It's part of his barbecue.
Rick's Rollin' Smoke?
Yeah, and he'll go up there and bartend once or twice a month on a Friday.
Where is it?
In the parking lot of the pawn shop.
Is everything right there?
Everything's right there.
Dude, I need to get down there. I haven't been down there in like 100 years.
Yeah.
There's candy stores and bars.
Candy stores, yeah. We even got Labubus at my shop. Bring the girls down.
I'll bring them down. I'm going to bring my 2 Labubus down. Do you trade Labubus or do you just buy and sell? You buy?
Yeah, but I buy everything, at a price where I could resell it.
If anyone's got any Pokemon cards, should they?
You guys should hit me up. Hit up Chumlee Collects. There's a link in my... See, now I'm learning. There's a link in my profile for my Discord. That might be on my TikTok. See, I don't know.
He'll be tagged, folks. He'll be tagged.
But I want to buy all your Pokemon cards, and I'm trying to buy sports cards now, too.
What if you get dicked on those?
On what?
The ones that they go out and beat their wife.
Well, you sell them fast.
Do you have people when you get something you can off it quick? Other dealer buddies?
I could sell my entire, I could sell everything I have right now. It's probably, I don't know, I probably have $300,000 or $400,000 worth of stuff that is all to be sold. And I could probably make 1 or 2 phone calls and sell it all.
What are you making on average turn? Like 15, 20%?
Sure.
Or more?
Probably more.
And how often do you turn it?
I mean, I spent $90,000 on graded cards this week, and I imagine they'll be gone before the month's over. It'll probably take me maybe like 25 hours of streaming to sell it all.
So why don't you take investors?
I don't want to give them any money. I don't even make much money off my Pokemon thing right now because I pay my guys really, really well. So I'm putting every single dime back into it.
And say it one more time so people can look it up.
Chumlee Collects on TikTok is where I stream Pokemon. And we're going to do sports there as well. But Rarity Reserve will be opening in about a week. 725 South Las Vegas Boulevard, upstairs, Suite 250. Don't come ask me for a picture unless you're buying something. For that, you got to go to the candy shop, and it's free.
Folks, until next time, keep it real.